Alright folks, welcome back. Let's get to it. First up is going to be the SPY, and the SPY ran into some trouble at $712.39. Hit a little bit of a wall, set to open up down in here somewhere at around 706 pre-market on the 20th of April. We know we got this window down here that needs to be reconciled at some point, so keep an eye on the SPY. It's pretty stretched out pretty far right now. You got 5 bars up and no pause, so be careful heading into Monday's trading and a week of the 20th. It may want to continue higher, but it's got to get above this 712.39. You see it's made a new high already, so it's got the retest is 697.84 also, so keep an eye on that. But we gotta fix this down here, so be careful. It may want to keep running. Most likely it's gonna come back and shut this window. So just when you're putting on your I guess what I'm trying to tell you is be careful with your risk on a lot of these indices that are going higher at the moment. Because I do suspect there's going to be some reconciliation coming soon, and it's probably going to be with the as we head further into the year. Next up is going to be what's it? Selling may go away or something like that. So anyway, next up is going to be the IWM, the Russell, and then the Russell ran into a little bit of trouble at 277.63. Got a little bit of a sell off. It dropped back to about 275, so it dropped $2 and closed on Friday. Got some support at 271, so we have to see if that holds up heading into Monday's trading. It also has a window open. Next up is going to be the S&P 500, and of course ran into some trouble at 7147.52. Pulled back a little bit, closed a little lower, about 7130. So about a $17 drop when it closed. Also has a window open. Bitcoin, we got some support here in Bitcoin at about 74,000. Ran into some resistance at 76, so we need to get above that 76 and close above it. To have more confidence to take on these moving averages that are overhead. So Bitcoin right now is still looking like it wants to continue higher, but of course, like I said, we have this resistance. We got to get through that area, test for some support and go higher, or just blow straight through. But right now Bitcoin is looking like it wants to continue higher. Next up is oil, and oil has got this overhead resistance coming in. Tried to push up, but lost its momentum. Put in a doji, and so we'll see what happens with oil, how we open up on Monday morning. But right now it's looking like it wants to come back in and test out these moving averages before going higher. But we'll see how it works out against these moving averages. I suspect we got some support at about $81. So if it does, it'll come back to about 81 maybe, and find some support before going higher. We'll see how that works out. Next up is going to be the Ethereum, and Ethereum looks like it wants to put in some support at the moving averages here, the 20-day, and maybe retest these moving averages, but it depends on what Bitcoin does. Alright, next up is going to be gold, and gold it's trying to get through this resistance area here. It's been bouncing up against it for a minute, so we'll see what happens with that. It's got some support coming underneath, and it's got the 200s coming underneath, but we'll see what happens. It's struggling with this 48, 47, and we'll see how that works out heading into Monday's trading. Let's see how we look on the 2-minute chart. Yeah, it's still flat, so we'll see what happens on that when we open up on Monday. Next up is going to be nat gas still flat. Next up is going to be the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq of course did like everybody else, put in that high, got rejected a little bit, Now we got this little bar in between. That looks like a bearish harami right there. So we'll have to see how we open up on Monday. We got a lot of bars pushing higher. And we got this bearish looking harami. And I'm only calling it bearish because it's all these bars pushing up. Let's see something. Let's see something here. Won't let me do it. Won't let me do it. Anyway, so if it was a red bar, it would be considered bearish because of this push up this way, but it's not red, it's green. I still think that that's this has a bearish feeling to me. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. I guess if it was turned engulfing, then we can definitely say it's a sell bar. But we'll see how that turns out heading into Monday's trading. Currently heading into Monday's trading, we got a little bit of a drop. So we're in here somewhere. Alright, so we'll see how that plays out. If we open up below, then most likely it's going to go bearish and continue down lower. But this is our zone here on this particular bar. As you can see, we're about the middle of it. Alright, next up is going to be we got the Russell again, and it also has that same little looking bar there. Ran into some trouble at 2,807. So we'll see what happens when it opens up on Monday's trading. Silver got up through that resistance area, and now it's testing for some support. So silver looks like it's ready to go. It's in a nice position. It's got its moving averages, the majors, the 200 moving average underneath to come up back to the support. It's got the 20 days acting as support. So silver, yeah, looks like it's in a good position to go higher. So we'll see how that plays out. Maybe running to head back and test this $121 area on silver. 77, 121, that's about what, 50, 60 bucks? Yeah, nice trade. Alright, next up is the Dow, and the Dow is still moving pretty well. Doesn't look like it's having any problems with the Dow. Maybe going to come back and retest for some support and then go higher, or it may go higher and test this resistance area and then come back for some support and go higher, or it may just blow straight through. We'll see how it plays out, but right now the Dow looks it's in a nice uptrending market and looking pretty strong at the moment. Then you got corn. Of course, corn run into some trouble. That's some support. So we'll see how corn plays out. That's going to be it for the weekend roundup, folks. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you got some good information. Be careful on your trades because we know that there's been some bars pushing up higher for a while now, and so we need some pullback so we can get some so we can get our rest in so we can push even higher. So be careful on your risks, and that's all I got. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as always, be careful out there. These markets are crazy.